Hey everyone, talking about Fantomas by Nasomatto, and wow, this is truly unique. And I say that even within the category of like weird, intense, or unique fragrances, I have never smelled anything like this. So the notes in it are rubber, plastic, melon, gunpowder, smoke, earthy notes, caramel, sweet notes, cashmeran, tropical fruit, and patchouli. And sometimes when you see a list like that with all these like weird looking things, you smell it and then it's either just like, okay, well that doesn't really smell like anything to do with those, and just kind of, are they really even in there, or are they just kind of like saying this to be cool or whatever? And other times it just smells like a muddled mess. You just can't, everything is just clashes together and it's too intense and just gross. This is art. This is like straight up fragrance as art. And I don't enjoy the smell, but I'm still really, really impressed by it. It's hard to even describe it because it just goes in so many different directions at once. But the metaphor I would use, to me, it opens smelling like a school field trip to the dump. That already sounds like an insult, but I actually don't mean it that way. I'm getting like plastic lunchboxes, rubbery shoes, big mounds of dirt and soil, ripe fruit sitting out in the sun, sweaty skin, musk, and candy. The metallic tang from the gunpowder just further adds some liveliness to it, as if it needed any more liveliness, but that part is even cooler touch. And that just keeps jumping all over the place. It's one of like the hyper kids who just got off the school bus after a long time in traffic. And then it dries down to this like musky, woodsy scent to me. And again, I can't say I enjoyed the smell, but I'm just so impressed by the creativity and that it manages to smell so high quality despite the pungency. Because that's the other thing too. Like, okay, anybody could just throw some gross shit together and be like, yeah, look, it's based on garbage, or like, some weird things. But this really smells like a high-end fragrance, but like, yeah, again, I feel weird saying that, and I'm also saying like, oh, it's gross, I don't like it, or something like that. But it's just, wow, I'm kind of speechless from it. It almost reminds me a very tiny bit of Secretion Magnifique by Etat Libre d'Orange, and I will do a separate review of that at some point, because that was straight up traumatizing to smell. But wow, I just highly recommend checking out a sample of this if you like smelling interesting, weird, creative fragrances, because this is just, I don't know how the perfumer managed to do this and capture all of these different things, and they're all there at once, but they're like still not clashing, and it's just fascinating. So genius perfumer for this one. And I'll put a link in the description where you can get a bottle or a sample. Definitely don't blind buy this, but I do recommend trying to get your hands on a sample because, yeah, it just, I don't think you've probably ever smelled anything like it either, and it's definitely something to experience.